What is going on, guys? It's Chris here, and today we're going to go over some of the melee weapons and the skill overview with each of them. We're going to work on one-handed and shield, two-handed, and dual weapons. So without any further ado, let's get into it. One-handed and shield consists of 5 actives and 5 passives. They are the master of defense, and that you should look no further than to go with the one-handed and shield skill line if you're going to be an aspiring tank. Let's have a look at the actives. Puncture deals physical damage and reduces the target's armor. It also taunts the target for a moderate duration. We also have Low Slash, deals physical damage, snares the target, and reduces the target's weapon damage for a moderate duration. The third, Defense Posture, which you could probably see on the screen now. This could be a glimpse of it. While slotted, increases block mitigation and reduces block cost. Activating the skill reflects the next spell projectile back to the attacker. Shield Charge charges to the target and attacks, dealing physical damage and stunning the target for a short duration. And the last active, Power Bash, deals physical damage, disorientating the target for a moderate duration. Now, let's get on to the passives. The first passive is Sword and Board. While you have a one-handed weapon and shield equipped, all damage and armor is increased. After that we have Deadly Bash. While you have a one-handed and a shield equipped, Bash deals double the damage and costs less stamina. Now I'm guessing Bash is the equivalent of holding the block button and pressing the attack button, like you do in Skyrim. Fortress. While you have a one-handed and shield equipped, the cost of blocking is reduced. Now we can see that blocking now costs stamina. And Deflect Bolts. While you have a one-handed weapon and shield equipped, block an additional percentage of damage from the projectiles and ranged attacks. Two-handed weapons. Now, up next we have a two-handed weapon line. Do you enjoy hitting people in the face with heavy objects? Well, this is the skill line for you. Again, it consists of 5 actives and 5 passives. So let's start with the top of the actives. Cleave deals physical damage to all enemies in front of you, inflicting a bleeding damage of a moderate duration. Critical Charge. Charge to the target and attack, dealing a guaranteed critical physical damage. Uppercut. After a short cast time, deal physical damage to an enemy, stunning them for a short duration and knocking them back for a small distance. Reverse Slash deals physical damage, which increases based on the target's missing health. And last but not least, Momentum increases weapon damage by a flat percentage for a moderate duration, with the percentage amount increasing every few seconds. Basically, the more you attack with it, the more damage it will do. So, passives. Like I said, we have 5. The first being Heavy Weapons. While a two-handed weapon is equipped, axes have a chance to inflict bleeding damage over time. Maces ignore flat amount of armor, and swords deal flat percent more damage. So, we now know that axes do bleeding damage, mace ignore armor, and swords are pure damage. Balance. Reduce the cost of a two-handed weapon ability by a moderate percentage. Forceful Impact. While a two-handed weapon is equipped, light and heavy attacks deal a moderate percentage of damage as a splash damage to additional nearby enemies. So basically, whenever you inflict an enemy with damage, it'll also inflict other enemies around that certain enemy. Arcane Fighter. While a two-handed weapon is equipped, the chance for protecting status effect is doubled. Now, I'm not too sure what that means, but I'm guessing it means that you'll be able to, do a little bit more damage. And Battle Rush. While a two-handed weapon is equipped, killing an enemy increases stamina regeneration by a significant amount for a moderate duration. I look to be going two-handed if this is the case. This looks to be the kind of class that I'd like to play. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. And Dual Wield. Not to be confused with Dual Wielding. The Dual Wield skill line offers players the more direct and detected routes towards dishing out melee damage. The first active is Twin Slashes. 2 hits for physical damage, inflicting a bleed effect for a short duration. We then have Flurry, a 6-hit attack performing bonus damage on the final hit. Whirlwind deals physical damage to all enemies surrounding the caster. Damage is increased versus low health enemies. So this looks to be like kind of a finishing AoE ability. Sparks blinds the target for a moderate duration. Here we can see our first CC. Hidden Blade throws a dagger that deals physical damage and interrupts the target, snaring them for a moderate duration. Slaughter. This is the first in the passive line. Increases damage by a flat percentage against targets at low health. Dual Wield Expert increases offhand weapon damage. Controlled Fury. Reduce the cost of dual wield abilities by a moderate percentage. Ruffian. While dual wielding, the player deals more damage against disabled targets. And last but not least, Twin Blade and Blunt. While dual wielding, axes have a chance to inflict bleeding damages over time, maces to ignore armor, and swords to deal a lot more damage than they usually would. Daggers have increased critical strike chance. I don't really see many surprises here. Damaging abilities? Check. CC? That adds up to your survivability. Check. CC that keeps the target from getting away? Check. Everything I would expect to see from a standard dual wielding or assassin kind of playstyle. So if you want to know any other things about the Elder Scrolls Online, make sure to leave them in the comments below. We do read every single comment we get. Thanks very much to Tamriel Foundry for providing this information. And as always guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. Make sure to leave a like. It helps us out a lot. Share the video on Facebook and Twitter. Leave a comment below if you were interested in this content. And as always, thanks for watching.